The Bad Batch. Clone Wars is returning to TV, and there's a new set of episodes that will be featuring a group of clones called the Bad Batch. Who are they, and why are they so darn cool? We're going to talk about that coming up. Well, unless you've been living under a rock over the last few days and you're a Star Wars fan, you are aware that there's new episodes of the Clone Wars coming to TV next fall sometime, probably September. And one of the groups of episodes that they're going to feature are episodes dealing with this group called the Bad Batch. And they're clone troopers who are slightly different than the rest of the troopers, the rest of the clones. And the name actually originated in the third season of the Clone Wars. It was an episode called Clone Cadets. It featured Cut Up, Heavy, Droid Bait, which I think is a great name, and then Fives and Echo. And they were a batch of clones that weren't quite as good, or at least in the beginning of the episode, they didn't really quite have it together, and they couldn't work as a team. And they were trying to struggle to get through their obstacle course so they could pass their cadet training and become actual clone troopers. And they called themselves at one point a Bad Batch, and that name sort of stuck until there was another group of clones that were also called the Bad Batch. So the season, or the episodes that are going to be coming out in season 7 are going to deal with the other group, although Fives and Echo are mentioned, and if they hold true to what they had originally written for the episodes that were supposed to come out before the show got canceled, then Echo plays a part in the storyline as well. I don't know if they're going to follow that exact storyline. I don't know why they wouldn't, but they're going to have to redo the animation because it's different now. They did complete. They completed at least one episode. It wasn't fully realized as far as the graphics go. The animation wasn't complete, but they did work on, there's a 22-minute episode that you can watch online that deals with the Bad Batch. So I don't know if they're going to continue with that exact storyline, but the episodes will feature this group called the Bad Batch. They're also called Clone Force 99, and I believe they take 99 off of the Clone Trooper, who was also featured in, well, I guess he wasn't really a Clone Trooper. He was a clone janitor. He was physically deformed, so he couldn't become a trooper himself, but they loved him, and he was a janitor. So they get the name Clone Force 99. And it features 4 clone troopers that had enhanced or desirable traits. The Caminos had done some genetic enhancements of their own, genetic tampering on them, and created sort of like super soldiers. They were trying to create super soldiers, each one that has specialized talent and ability. And so this group became known as the Bad Batch, or they took the name the Bad Batch. So we'll go through all 4 of the characters here. The first one is called Hunter, and he's sort of the leader of the group. He's a sergeant, and he has his combat abilities supersede the others. He's got greatly enhanced sense of smell, and he's able to detect electromagnetic emissions from great distances. I don't know how exactly he has that ability, but he does. And he's the one that has he's also highly skilled with a vibroblade. So he's enhanced training, and he's the leader of the group. Then we have Crosshair, who is more of a sharpshooter. He's very quiet. He doesn't speak as much as the rest of them. He's kind of no nonsense, and he calls the regular troops Regs, and that's in the episode that was unreleased. You can hear him call the Cody and Rex and the rest of the troopers that are working with him Regs, which is a cool little nickname he gives for the unenhanced troopers. And then there's Tech, who's like the brainy one, kind of nerdy one. He's very smart with, obviously, technology. He's got advanced skills in engineering and languages and decryption. So he's the tech guy who is always controlling the all of the weapons and gadgets. And he also looks the least like the rest of the troopers. He's a little smaller. He doesn't quite resemble the rest of the clones as much as the other ones. They all look different because of their genetic traits, the genetic tampering. None of them look exactly like the other clone troopers, but he looks the least like them. And then there's Wrecker, who's like he's like the Hulk, the Hulk Buster kind of guy. He's got super strength. He's a very big personality. He's aggressive. He takes out battle droids, by the dozens with his bare hands. He's as the name implies, a wrecker, and he's got the heavy weapons and the rotary blaster cannons and all that fun stuff. And that's all 4 of the Bad Batch. So the episodes will be dealing with them, and if they again hold true to the episodes that they had unfinished, then they help Cody and Rex take out Admiral Trench once and for all. Even though it seemed like Anakin had taken him out in the season 2, he survived. And so they go after him again. Anakin's also featured in the episode, but it really centers around the Bad Batch group of troopers. So it should be a good group of episodes. I'm very much looking forward to it. They look cool. They're kind of the badass troopers, elite troopers, and it's going to be a fun episode to look forward to. So that's the news. The Bad Batch episodes will be coming next fall to the Clone Wars series season 7, and it'll probably be like a 4-episode storyline, I think, is what they were going to plan to do with it. So I'm very excited. Let me know what you guys think about the Bad Batch in the comments down below, and if you like the video, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more content. And until next time, lock the doors and hope they don't have blasters.